Right on. We're back. With our episode. I think this is number 2. Right? This is number 2.
Yes.
Okay, it's number 2, and so this is the Two Henrys podcast, and where it says that we're bonded by banter, and then you're talking about generations. So the generations thing is that I'm Henry Davis Jr. That's senior. That's number 1, number 2, and then we have a number 3 as well. I think he's 16 years old. He's 16, right?
That's your boy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 16, man. But no, seriously, you guys, thank you for watching and viewing. And so topic of concern came up today. Well, it didn't come up today. As a matter of fact, I primed a senior earlier, and he doesn't know this is what we're going to talk about. But I'm going to go into it, and I think that this conversation is layered. So we're not going to get everywhere here or everywhere there or every point about this conversation. But we're opening the doors up for a number of things. So when we were driving here, we were talking about school corporation.
Okay.
And you said to me, no, I said to you that the worst thing that could have happened was South School Corporation and the community at large. So it's just not the organization, but the community is the closing LaSalle High School. You said to me, that's untrue. You said, what school was it?
Central.
Central closed in 1972.
Yeah.
This is 2025.
Right.
How long has Studebaker been closed?
63.
63, 72. So less than 10 years. 2 of your major foundational statues or cornerstones for the community shut down.
Yeah.
South Bend Central was located literally downtown. It was a downtown school, kind of like how St. Joe sort of looks now, right? So Central shuts down in 72, 9 years after Studebaker. What happens to South Bend when Central High School closes?
They stole legacies. They took legacies away from minorities. Minorities such as Black people, Hispanics, Asians. It was a melting pot. And you got the best of the best. Central High School was known statewide, if not nationally, by the way that of their sports. And through their sports, then they were found to have found out that the majority of the students were Black and they were very intelligent. And it just didn't fit in at that time during the 60s.
So you think that was intentional? That was a swipe at a growing, perhaps a wealthier or up and coming wealthy community of Black people? I mean, seriously. I mean, because there are other things that. So I look at all of the businesses that were downtown.
Okay.
And how downtown was an actual hub.
Right.
Right. It was a cornerstone for the region. Right?
Yes.
You had the train.
Right. You had industry.
You had industry. Everything was being pulled into the downtown location.
Everything ran through South Bend.
Everything.
You had the South Shore downtown.
Yeah. That's what I was trying.
And you had the train station.
That's a big one. That's a huge one because that's Union Station.
You had the bus station.
Oh, wow. Well, you had to then, right?
Yeah. And then you had the yellow cab. No, but I'm just saying.
Ain't no yellow cab no more. It's called Uber. That's called Uber and Lyft.
And you had people.
God.
You had people that came to this city, minorities, with a little hope. Their hope started to grow.
Well, it was a manufacturing town. It was
Right.
a manufacturing hub. So, I mean, that's how the black middle class came to be, you know.
You had people that had, their hope started to grow and that they could piggyback off of what was here already.
Yeah.
And the powers that be at that time, or even at this time, there's only a certain amount of money in a certain area. You're only going to get so much there, and they didn't want to share. And to keep a man working, you keep them in the same spot. You don't allow them to grow. And I believe that was systematically the way that they destroyed downtown. They just totally destroyed it. First, they took out all the old buildings.
Yeah, if you look at those past and prior pictures, you know, in
Right.
time, there were a lot of what they call handsome buildings.
Right.
That was downtown that were torn down. You don't, why is that going?
And now they're looking to try to replicate that, but you can't.
You can't, it's too much money.
Right. And they had a hotel down there called the Pick Albert.
Oliver.
Yeah. Pick Oliver.
I think I remember reading about that.
But at one time was the Pick Albert.
Oh, well, see.
And
I know.
Beautiful.
That thing say generation unplugged.
talking about beautiful. It was a beautiful hotel. When Notre Dame would have a game, that thing would be packed.
Sure.
And it was affluent people with money that would come through here.
Still do though.
Yeah, but it's east now.
Well, that's all.
And then you had minorities with ideas. And then you had those people coming through here, and then they would sit and listen to people with ideas and invest into it. It was like when you was councilman and they was changing over the hotel. You got involved.
Oh my God, that was a.
When you got involved, they called you a renegade.
Yeah, that was. You know how much that that deal was worth? Like I think it was $22 million.
But the thing
I'm not a mayor, right? I'm a council person. Brokering that type of deal, $22 million.
But the thing you was a black man down there doing
the work of a mayor,
right?
Yeah.
And what you were doing, you was inspiring people that were watching you.
People that relate to me,
right?
Yeah.
Right, and that's what they did with Central. Central High School inspired kids to go to school, inspired them to be the best at what they were doing. At one point in time at Central High School, baseball players, let's use that one, you couldn't try out for the baseball team. You had to be axed.
Oh, wow.
And
a bad man.
and
you had to be a bad man.
And to be on the baseball team, you had to be axed. So that means that the coaches would have to be around in the summertime.
Oh man, this is a whole plan here. Yeah. this is a whole plan. Hey man, and you may not fit in.
and that means that those white coaches had to go around to the black parks to see the black.
Absolutely.
And
the white ones.
There was only two.
What, you had to be a bad man?
Yeah, and they were.
Well, because you already had X amount of spots open only for.
Right.
Yeah, okay, so.
Right. So that was the premise. That was the foundation.
Boy.
That was laid that you had to deal with. So when they started taking Central away, they started with the other school. LaSalle come in on the tail end of that.
Yeah, that's how LaSalle came into being, right?
Right. So when you take hope away from a people, you can treat them any kind of way. Studebaker's gone. Central's gone. Downtown is gone.
It has not rebounded.
And with all of those things, then you got drugs coming into your community, you know?
So we get this all from Central High School being closed?
No, you got that all from the powers that be that was doing the planning.
So we leave Central and so we go over to the northwest side. LaSalle. That's 2002. And remember that because that's the year I graduated college.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get over into South Bend, LaSalle, and I hate school closures because this is what happens with school closures. I hate this. A school closure creates, well, he can say hopelessness. That's his thing. The economic decline around a school closing is catastrophic. And people can say what they want to say, but if you follow this example by example, it's going to say the same thing. Whether it's tucked into a downtown area or tucked into a neighborhood, it's catastrophic. It's like somebody pulls a heart out of a person's body. So it's over with. So we get over to LaSalle. We're on the northwest side of town. That place is tanks, or is no longer a high school. And they reopened it a year later, didn't they? After they closed it, they put some carpet in there and stuff, made it look like more like a school. When we were there, we didn't get that. Sometimes we even have paper towels in the bathroom, but that's a whole nother story. But they closed it. Once they closed the high school, because for that area, because that's what it was meant for, you see declining neighborhood after neighborhood, after street after street. You go down the street, you go down to Elwood, you get to Elwood, you come to, was that Fremont first? That start folding up. You get to whatever street is that, you get to Olive. It just gets bad, right?
If you know anything about area planning, in order for a neighborhood or area to be stable, you need a church.
Oh, yeah.
You need a store.
Yeah.
You need a school.
Yes. Amen.
So when you kill the neighborhood of those things, people move to where those things are convenient.
The resources.
Right.
What you feed from.
Right. So, again, we can go back downtown to Central High School. That's exactly what they did. If you understand the way that LaSalle was established when LaSalle opened in 60...
You said 72.
No, they didn't open in 70. They was in 66 when LaSalle first became a high school.
Really?
They did not want black people there, period. They started out...
66?
Yes. When LaSalle opened in 66... they had, let's say, 150 black kids. At the end of the school year, they didn't have 40.
What happened? No, stop.
But see,
it's crazy.
But see, that's it's hard for people to want to wrap their mind around something like that, but that's how it's done.
Man, did you see that report today? It talked about Afrikaners being in part of a genocide in South Africa, and 7% Afrikaners, but they own how much of the wealth?
Yeah,
like all the wealth.
Yeah.
So the president from South Africa was just like, no, that's not what's going on, man. You can't say that. The president of United States of America said it was. The data says what the man from South Africa say. And he also said there's no evidence that people are being killed like that over there. Where's the evidence? The gentleman from United States of America said it is. I just have never seen the truth being challenged this way before. And I don't think anyone has. I had to bring that up. I know that's detour off the conversation.
No, it's part of the conversation.
But you have people literally challenging the truth.
Right.
Water may not be wet.
But see, when you challenge the truth, you challenge a person's hope. Let's go back there. If you don't have a hope, the Bible says, my people die or
perish
for lack of knowledge.
Got that right.
Yeah. So if you take a man's hope away from him, he's just existing. He takes whatever you give him. How many people going to research that conversation that they have? They're going to take.
I read no more. If ever.
They're going to take that man's word for it. But that man has been proven to be a bald-faced liar.
The more money you have, the more credibility you have.
Yeah. But it don't make it truthful.
Don't make it true. But the more money you have, if you got in a room with the most money, whatever you say is what it is.
Yeah. But what really needs to happen.
Oh, this is wild.
What really needs to happen, we have to realize that man is just one individual.
Yeah, my man. So we leave there. We go from LaSalle, we go to Clay, shutting down. Not necessarily an urban neighborhood, right? South side the city, it's Clay. It's outside. But those kids that attend the Clay, there's still like this hit you take that went to Clay, they still live in the city, right? That means that those kids have less opportunity where a school provides. Lunch, a teacher, bathroom, we can go through the amenities, right? Band, soccer, chess, if they have, whatever that is, activities.
Right.
They're X'd out. And those roster spots don't exist anymore either.
And they took all your elementary schools out of there.
Yeah.
Now you taking away the foundation of a person's self-worth. This is where you begin to aspire to be whatever.
No, we just had this conversation about the city 95 miles west from here.
So when you
no different.
Yeah. So when you shut down their neighborhoods and they go to school, they get ready to get up in the morning, they're standing at the bus stop at 6:30 to ride an hour to the school. They ride to an area where it's affluent, but where they just left from, they walk through 4 blocks of vacant fields.
Or we was driving down Indiana today going to get 3 from school, and there was a house that had burned up at some point in time. The roof is over there. The rest of the foundation is there. I mean, it was spread out. It was spread out. And it was like so many weeds covering it up.
Yeah, and you got deer running through there. You got
deer running through the hood. Yeah. I had one right across my house one day.
Yeah. You got all kind
of... He just walked.
You got all kind of possums and raccoons going through your neighborhoods,
They're kicking it.
Yeah. This is what the elementary students is looking at.
Yeah.
So you tell me what kind of hope this child has. This is what he wakes up to. No. This is a design. And it's a shame that it starts with the kid's education. You get indoctrinated into mediocrity. And that's the way that the powers that be want it. Then they want to stand up and blame the victim. You know, you driving the car and you ran me over because you run up on the curb in the sidewalk and you hit me. Now it's my fault. You take the red light and shut it off. So at 6:30 in the morning, I'm crossing the street to go get on a bus, and you say that it's my fault that I was playing in traffic trying to get across the street. And you run me over and kill me. But it's my fault. No.
That did happen.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Tristan Moore.
Right. That's a true story.
I never forget it.
Me neither. That's a true story.
Broke my heart.
He's playing in traffic. 6:30 in the morning.
No, he said he darted out.
Well, that's playing.
Yeah, but he was going to school.
Right, on his way
to school.
Yeah.
Another school.
Right. Out of his neighborhood.
Out of his neighborhood. We're back at schools again.
Right.
To the city bus to go to school so he can eat because breakfast is early in the morning.
Right.
So they're supplying him in need. Clear on the other side of town.
Yeah.
Miles.
Right.
A lot of them.
And the safety net that he had crossing the street was the red light.
Was the light.
Now you fixing up a traffic pattern so traffic can run through the city quicker, but you're not thinking about the residents.
Yeah, that's rough. That one right there is rough, man.
Yeah. And it's the same way now. They steady shutting down red lights within this city. It's nothing changed.
Western Avenue don't look like that.
Yeah. So
I ain't take a couple of them out over there, man. So that's terrible.
So for one to say that you care about me and my families, you're telling a bald-faced lie. You have not asked me anything concerning my neighborhood. You come down here and you tell me what is going on in my neighborhood, what needs to happen. When they had Linden School on Linden Avenue, that was a viable area.
Now we back over on Linden.
Yeah,
right in the neighborhood. Now, who lived over in that area?
Minorities. Not now, but it's changing over. Who live down there now?
Who lived over there? Were those black people? Or those white people? I heard you say minority, but I need you to. I need a color on it. You got to paint this one.
It was a nice mixture.
So it was a diverse neighborhood.
Yes, it was.
Okay,
yeah.
And diversity was more men than women, more women than men.
It was families. It was whole families.
Of what hue?
Of black people, of white people, of Hispanics, of Asians.
Really?
It was a real nice mixture of people there.
All right. And so I guess everybody probably worked at the factory or worked for some sort of trading company in the area that
on Linden
that dealt with the factory.
On Linden Avenue, there was 3 grocery stores. On Linden Avenue, there was 2 sports shops. On Linden Avenue, they called it dry goods stores.
You said sports shops. What are sports shops?
Sports shop is where you could go in and buy trophies, get jackets.
Okay. So like the dugout, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Right. And all of that was self-sustaining. You didn't have to go downtown for anything.
But downtown is bustling.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't have to go down there to do anything. You could do it right there in your neighborhood.
Pay bills.
Everything. And what had happened, the NAACP were being manned by, I want to be nice with this one, ignorant black people. Ignorance means that they didn't know or they didn't care to know. And the white establishment, the school corporation, told them that...
So who was them?
the NAACP.
The ignorant black people.
Yeah,
Okay.
that when Linden School becomes to the point of disrepair and it's going to cost too much to keep it up.
So we're back at the school again?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is a public school?
Yeah.
In a neighborhood?
Right.
Okay.
And they signed an agreement with the school corporation that they would not build another elementary school there.
Now who was they?
The school corporation. Donald Dake Nim at that time was the superintendent.
Donald who?
Dake, D-A-K-E.
That's not a name that you hear around here at all.
No.
Last name, that's...
But all of that.
Ake.
Yeah. And so they promised them a center. So when
The NAACP.
yeah,
This is how we got King Center.
yeah, exactly. So they hurried up and tore Linden School down. And that school was so well built, it took them over a month and a half to get rid of it.
Oh, that thing probably was hooked up center blocks on top of center blocks, wires, man. They probably probably did better if they put a stick of dynamite on it.
Yeah, but when they got rid of
probably hooked up.
when they got rid of Linden School, they built a center. Then they went over and they tore another school down that was on Olive Street, and they built
Cayley.
yeah, and then they built
Kennedy.
Now Kennedy School, there's nobody in the neighborhood over there goes to Kennedy
Well, they're
School.
talking about turning that over. I think it was a, and I hate to say I think because I should know, but it's a early child care center. They're working kind of like at the pre-K thing. It was just real like, nah, but it's a recruitment tool, obviously, for young mothers to come to that area. I get what you're doing, right? I do. I just don't think it's well intended because when you bring that population, you have to bring services.
Yeah.
Or services that already have to exist in order. It has to be a dual thing, right? One can't be there without the other. But you don't have that. You're not having that conversation. I literally just had this conversation with someone about Kennedy. Shout out to the Road Runners. Those who's watching, y'all know what I'm talking about. You had over at Kennedy here recently. My time in council, I put a new playground in over there. We were getting ready to see a swimming pool. The swimming pool, yeah, I was on that one too. You get to see another Bendix pool. Those who know what that is know what that is. I'm sure it could be called Bendix, but you know what it is. And so you're starting to see those amenities pop back up. Perhaps maybe that is what that is. It's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But my amenities that I was just really thinking about when I said that would be like a healthcare, right? Young mothers, grocery store, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, because you need these things. I mean, you can only go swimming during the summertime, right?
There on Washington Street, West Washington Street, bustling area. But it was black people. Bustling. There was doctor's offices. There were furniture stores.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When you're
there
recruiting,
were hardware stores.
Yeah, when you're recruiting,
there were cleaners.
People to an area.
Yeah,
yeah.
There was everything up there. They came through there. Jeff Gibney and Gladys Muhammad came through there, beat those people out of their land.
Did they?
Beat them.
How they do that?
Good cop, bad cop.
Mm. Who did they work for?
Renew.
Renew was a what?
It was a housing program. It started out
Jerry Donaldson.
It started out as a housing
late Jerry Donaldson.
But Heritage Corporation was behind it all.
That would make sense because Renew was Jerry. Jerry worked in concert with
Renew, with Heritage.
Yeah, you're right. He sure did.
Yeah, and so they came through there telling ignorant black people,
NAACP.
no, these are individuals too. But yeah,
It's more.
yeah, and that hey, we'll give you X amount of dollars for your property, not understanding that long as you got property, you got money. Long as you got property, you got power.
Yeah.
So when they came through there and offered them little funny looking green dollars and took their property, the green dollars are gone, but that property is still there.
Well, you only got so much land. God, you only so much land, right? This is all you got.
So now the money gone, the property belonged to somebody else, but you still there without any services. You don't have. They took and put that compound on West Washington Street.
Compound.
That's all what it is a compound, a place to keep people in that they wanted to call home. But
what are you talking about, man?
A compound?
Yeah, well, no, what location are you talking about?
I'm talking about from on West Washington Street from Chapin to Olive Street.
Man, that's a big area.
Right. They took and tore all that down. They killed.
Houses on West Washington are, from Chapin to
Walnut Street.
Nah,
let's say let's go to Birdsell Street.
No, it doesn't go that far down. It goes from Chapin to where Miss Adeline is, and it stops there.
That's Elm Street. But what I'm saying.
So my question then, you say compound, are you talking about that
yeah, all of them
project building?
Yeah, all of them look alike. Yeah, if you don't have a number on your door.
I was just trying to find a location.
Yeah, now if you don't have a number on your apartment, you might go in anybody's house because they all look the same. It's a compound.
You know what? They don't have numbers on.
So
they don't. I've never looked at that.
Yeah. So
oh wow.
So
but you know where you're going.
You better know where you're going. You walk up into the wrong person's house, they had to come get you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but see, they
never thought about that.
But they came through there, and they did.
I'm a bastard. We're going to have to look at that.
But they did that and they took the cleaners, they took the drugstores, they took the stores.
Yeah, because what was over there?
They took the doctor's offices out of there.
That stretch where that...
Yeah, all of that.
You said compound lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all of that.
And that was... Now, I do know some of the history of that.
Yeah, they had barbershops there.
Yeah,
they had everything. They even had a union hall up there where people can go and get a job.
Well, that was all black. Literally.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the history of that area.
But no, it was... Slusky and Peltz was up there.
Well, my history, what I've read, it was...
Yeah.
It was...
But I said it was a nice mixture. And they had a G&H restaurant right in the middle of that.
What's G&H?
G&H was, I can't think of the people, but that was white on.
Okay. So then you go from there. There's a street called Linston.
Yeah.
Same type of atmosphere?
Yeah. All of that fed off of one another. All of that.
That's because at one point in time, there was a school in the neighborhood.
Linden School. And there was one on Lincoln Way called Colfax.
Sure was.
Yeah.
Sure was.
They killed them all. They killed them all. When they killed the schools, they killed the neighborhoods.
So I guess you got to get a school that's active in your neighborhood for your neighborhood to exist. Hey, you guys, look, that's a lot. And so I'm going to try to go digest this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go over to West Washington Street, see if I can find some numbers.
But the thing is, what you need to have is intelligent people that are willing to make a stand and stand up for that which is right.
Well, that's what's being questioned. What is right?
No, but there's a foundation. You have to have and understand that there is a standard.
Supposed to be.
It is a standard.
Man,
but we allow people to move the standard because
absolutely.
they say, that's my truth.
No.
Well, your truth don't fit with me. So how true is it?
That's a contradiction to what the law, the rules of the law of the land says.
Right,
yeah.
but
yeah, that, you can't change that, man.
So in order to enslave a person, a people, you first take their hope away. That's why I keep saying hope. Once you take a person's hope away, they'll settle for anything. And that mediocrity thing is what's going on now. You take my hope and you start feeding me a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then you start taking that away.
It's called slavery. You guys, look, I'm out of here. We'll see y'all next time because I got enough right now. So I'm still going over West Washington Street to check out to see if I can see some numbers because I've never not seen that. But I don't think I have seen it, to be honest. Y'all be good.